Hello and welcome, everyone, to... Let me get that out of the way. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dreamkeepers trivia game, oddly suspicious but legally distinct from Jeopardy! We have a cast of wonderful contestants here. In the Player 1 spot, we have Mythix. In the Player 2 spot, we have Ferris. And in the Player 3 spot, coming all the way over from the beta test. Thank you very much for being part of the beta test, Chris Bronze. So, without any further ado, Chris, for participating in the beta test, you will have the board first, so let's get the categories up on the board. The categories, as by the by, provided entirely by Dave and Liz. They created all of the questions for this particular session, so I'd really like to send a shout out to Dreamkeepers, Dave and Liz. Thank you guys so much for all of the genuinely difficult work it took to create all of these various trivia questions.
Real quick, Minako, not to stop you there, I don't have your stream up anymore at the moment.
Oops.
Oh,
My bad.
It's on YouTube.
That's easily fixed. I apologize, guys. There's a different, there's a concurrent thing that's going on behind the scenes that needs to be also active. So there you go. You guys have that, and now we can actually move on. So I apologize. All right. Let's get the categories on the board. So first and for, I guess just first, we've got It's a Grunderful Life. Second, Maced in the Face. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Culture Shock. Prelude. Speaks Volumes to Me. And The Dream World. Chris, you have the board?
Well, maced in the face, that go for me, being a knight with mace. I'll start low. Yeah, the mace, you know. So I'll go with the first one, $200.
Maced in the Face for 200. The number of stripes on Mace's tail. Mythix.
4.
Not 4.
What is 4? Oh.
Ferris.
What is 3?
Also incorrect. Believe it or not. Chris.
It's 5.
Right. 5.
Ooh.
Well done, Chris.
All right, Chris, the board is again yours.
Oh, mine again. You know what? I'm curious about Culture Shock 200.
All right, well, let's see what's in store. The friend rollers pulling shock troopers are pulled by this animal. Ferris.
What is a Gnosis?
Gnosis, correct. And you're
back to 0!
You're back on the board. Good on you.
Yay!
Ferris, you have the board.
I'll go for Dream World for 400, Minako.
Certainly. The epicenter of Andaruna. Ferris.
What is the Sabaton Tower?
That is right.
Let's see. Let's do Prelude for 400.
They said, I'm blunt, but I ain't dull, minibar. Chris.
It's Pike.
Correct, Pike. And Chris, you're back on the board.
I'd go with Culture Shock for 400.
This technology is used to create screens and cameras for the Dreamkeepers. Mythix. Mythix, you have the question.
What are wall scrolls?
Not wall scrolls.
Shoot.
Ferris.
What are data scrolls?
Right, data scroll. You were looking for the word data. Ferris, on you.
No, not the D word.
Let's go for It's a Grunderful Life for 400.
The district that contains Grun's orphanage. Ferris.
What is Margate?
Correct. Margate District.
You know what? I'm feeling ambitious. Let's do It's a Grunderful Life for 1,000.
It's a Grunderful Life, 1,000. She told Grun to lasso a drink. Ferris, coming in just at the nick of time.
Who is Vi?
Vi, or V, correct.
Wow, okay. I was just going out on a limb there. Let's do...
You got it.
Yeah, shockingly, by all means.
I'll,
Good things.
I'll take it. Let's do Dreamworld for 1,000.
This is Vanth's district. That would be the Calypsa district. Ferris, back to you.
Okay, let's do Girls Just Want to Have Fun for 400.
The item Lilith drops when first running into Mace. Mythics.
What is a book?
Not the one we're looking for. That would have been her wallet, actually.
Oh.
Indeed. Ferris, boards is still yours.
Okay, let's go with Speaks Volumes to Me for 400.
The first book V appears in. Ferris.
What is Volume 3?
That is right.
Let's go Dreamworld for 200.
The largest city in the dream world. Chris.
Andruna.
Right. Andaruna, correct.
Sorry for my French
No.
accent.
It's okay.
It's lovely.
It's pleasing.
Oh,
I would spread it on a baguette.
I will speak French all day long.
Well, you can, which is good. You have the board.
Yeah, right. It's mine. What about Prelude for 200?
Certainly. She is the one from the calendar. Ferris.
Who is Tinsel?
Correct.
Let's go Girls Just Want to Have Fun for 600.
How Nama inflicted personal injury to Tinsel in Volume 3. Chris.
I believe it was with her power. The how they are called nether tendrils, something like that.
Not quite what we're looking for there. Oh, I apologize. Not quite what we're looking for there. I apologize. A slight technical difficulty. The answer to the question was a kick in the face.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Perhaps a bit of an unfair question, so we'll rule that one out. Continue, Chris. You can have the board.
Oh, okay. I'll go with Maced in the Face for 600.
Certainly. The item Grun desires that Maced must fetch in Volume 1. Ferris.
What is Fermente?
Right.
Let's go for Culture Shock for 600.
This growing material is used for building everything from walls to weapons. Chris.
That is. Oh no, something with wood. No, I just lost it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anybody else? Ferris or Mythics? Oh, Ferris. Nick of time.
What is Flowwood?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. Really, really well timed. Ferris, go ahead.
Okay, let's do Speaks Volumes to Me for 1,000.
The first book Rumor appears in. Mythics.
Book 4?
That is right, and you're back on the board.
Woo!
Excellent.
You're alive.
I live.
You live. Not only do you live, you control the board.
I feel so special. Let's go with Girls Just Want to Have Fun for 800.
The Indigo Twins. My mistake. The particular Indigo twin dancing on the stage. Ferris.
Who is Digo?
That is the right one.
Oh, man.
50-50
man.
shot with that one. You
Right?
did get it right.
Okay, let's do Maced in the Face for 400.
Mace's necklace looks like this character. Mythics.
Who is Paige?
That is right, and I should say so.
You would.
Mythics,
I'll
you have the
take-
board.
I'll take Girls Just Want to Have Fun for 1,000.
Answer there is a daily double.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Party time.
You have up to $400 to wager.
I'll wager 200.
All right. Let's reveal the clue. She said, "Bet your life I can."
Who is I'll just take a stab at it. Viriathus.
Not going to be the one. It's going to be Tinsel.
Shoot.
Tinsel.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Still on the board, though.
Still on the board, and
I
you
still live.
You still live, and you still control it.
Oh, okay. Let's finish out Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
200. The color of the lens in V's goggles. Chris.
That is light blue.
No, actually. Mythics.
Oh.
What is red?
Red or pink. Both correct answers, yes.
It's a Grunderful Life for 600.
The species of Grun's Volume 1 pet. Ferris.
What is a Transcopus slob?
Pulling it out of nowhere, but that is right. That is correct.
Oh wow.
Nicely done, man.
I just had the last part. I just
Alright.
had slob.
I love the puns in all of these. Let's go for Prelude for 800.
This is the famous cartoon character that Nama hates the most. That would be Mr. Chitters. Ferris, back to you.
All right, let's go for Prelude for 600.
The closest shop for a bra in Margate. Mythics.
What is Garbelt? Or Garblet?
Right. We'll mark it right for pronunciation. Go on.
It's a Wonderful Life for 200.
Grun has a small, fluffy tail belonging to this species. Ferris.
What is a rabbit?
That is right.
Let's go for Maced in the Face for 800.
The number of coins dropped by Mace in Volume 1. Ferris again.
What is 8?
Not 8. Chris, nick of time.
I'd go for 5.
Also not 5, believe it or not. And that actually, the answer was 7. He dropped 7 coins. All right. Ferris, back to you.
Let's do the Dream World for 800.
This is Egrath's district. Ferris.
What is Kojiki?
Not Kochiki.
Nuts.
That's going to be Norvendire. Ferris again.
Let's go for Culture Shock for 1,000.
The answer there, the other daily double.
Nice.
You have up to $4,000 to wager.
I'll wager 1,000.
All right, 1,000. Igrath's gray and crimson sports shirt mirror the color scheme for which this real sports team, well, mirrors the color scheme for this real sports team.
Who are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Unfortunately, no. It's going to be the Ohio State University Buckeyes.
I should have
Yeah.
known that. My aunt went there.
Ah, and
I
even
think,
better. Yeah.
I think I'm on the wrong planet here.
It's all the more reason to remember that from now on, you know. So
Someday, the fate of the planet might rest on your knowledge, Chris, of the Ohio Buckeyes football uniform.
Ferris,
Probably.
you still have the board.
So I do. Let's go for It's a Grunderful Life for 800.
She beat you to it. Mythics.
Who is his ex-wife?
Correct.
Well done.
If there's anything we know about Grunt, it's about his ex-wife.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I'll take Mace in the face over 1,000.
To whom Mace says, well, one of us had to. That's going to be Bast.
Oh.
Will have been Bast. All right. Go on. Go ahead.
All right. We'll do Speaks Volumes to Me for 800.
The first book Nabonidus appears in. Mythics.
What is one?
Believe it or not, no.
Wow, that
Ferris.
actually really surprises me.
Eh,
What is Volume 2?
right. Volume 2.
Slow.
All right.
Let's go for The Dream World for 600.
This elemental ferret is a common pet in the dream world. Mythics.
What is the Ryu Neko?
A Ryuneku, correct. Ryuneko, correct. In any case.
I gotta work on my pronunciation to be fully accepted in this universe. We'll go to Prelude for 1,000.
The words across Tinsel's bosom when she enters Prelude Birthday Bashed. And that would be the words N-O. The word no. Well, the letters N-O, the word no. You get what I mean.
Yep.
I follow.
Mythics.
We'll go to Culture Shock for 800.
Yes, we will. Nama's name for her notebook counterpart. And that would be Sir Noteworthy.
Gosh darn it, it was in the tip of my brain. I was like, it's a
Right
knight.
there.
It's what is it?
Right there.
All right, we'll go to Speaks Volumes for 600 then.
The first book Wisp appears in. Ferris.
What is Volume 2?
That is right. And last but not least, Speaks Volumes for 200. The first book Page appears in. Chris.
That's volume 1.
That is correct. All right. And with that, let's just get a little bit of information regarding our regarding our contestants today. Mythics, you've when activated, you can vibrate into the nth dimension. Do you care to elaborate?
As a lot of my friends have me hang out with them, I tend to be very caffeine fueled and very energetic. So when you introduce more caffeine to the system that I already have going percolating, it just shoots it up until I'm basically vibrating in my seat. So I have to strap in anytime I'm doing a live stream.
I liked the double meaning of percolating. That was a good point. That was good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Ferris, you occasionally wear a kilt to escape the bifurcated oppression of pants.
You're correct, sir.
What kind of bifurcated oppression are the likes of us not privy to?
Well, I admire your choice of the word privy. That's a bold word to use in this context.
Hmm.
But it's funny that the Scots invented the kilt because Scotland is, as everybody knows, a tropical wonderland.
Interesting.
Yes, I know. Not many people realize this. I live in the high desert, and the kilt
that's
is comfy.
impressive.
Yes, it is. At least it's a dry heat. So is an oven,
Certainly.
but it isn't dry heat.
Well, here's hoping that a kilt can just let that slide by a bit easier. Last but not least, Chris, you're a knight at night. Are we talking a knight in shining armor?
Oh, not very shiny, because you know when you have to fight, you have to get dirty.
All right. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, let's move right along then into Double Jeopardy. Good luck to all of you. May the odds be ever in your favor.
And likewise.
Why,
And
thank
to you
you.
also.
I might need it. Let's show the categories. This Double Jeopardy we have Son of a Preacher Man, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Troika 101, Turning a Page, Where There's a Whip, There's a Way, Gangsta for Life.
Oh my God.
I am not going to attempt to stylize that speechifying. And that's what she said. Ferris, you controlled the board beforehand, so you will go first in this round.
All right, let's lead off with the good, the bad, and the ugly for 800.
Wisp asks for this special request from Nabonidus. Ferris.
What is a monster?
That is right.
All right, let's do Son of a Preacher Man for 800.
The standard size paper Dave likes to draw on. That would be 8.5 by 11.
Good Lord. I should have gone for it.
Standard letter paper.
It was just too easy.
It was too obvious. Ferris, back to you.
All right, let's go to Turning a Page for 1200.
Turning a page for 12. Randy told Paige that this was coming to get her. Mythics.
What is the boogeyman?
Not the boogeyman. Ferris.
Shoot.
What is a Sandman?
Yes, the or a, but the Sandman, that is correct.
Nice, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
Let's do Troika 101 for 1600.
The answer there, the next Daily Double.
All right.
You have 6,400 to wager. What would you like to wager?
Let's wager 1600.
All right. Let's reveal the clue. The number of nightmares they had before V got loose.
What is 1?
That is right. That'll take you to 8,000. That may seem like a lot, but it is still, I promise you, anyone's game with the value that's still on the board.
Oh,
Continue.
yes. Let's do Gangsta for Life for 1200.
Very well. The color of the small bird in Volume 3. Ferris.
What is yellow?
Not yellow. Mythics coming in nick of time.
What is blue?
Also not blue. The answer to that would actually be orange. The bird was orange. Ferris.
All right. Let's do That's What She Said for 1200.
She said, "Try this is delicious." Mythics.
Who is Wisp?
Not Wisp. And that would be Nama. Believe it or not.
I do believe it.
I would believe it.
Fair enough. Ferris.
Let's do. That's what she said for 1600.
She said, "Bill, there shouldn't be an apostrophe here." Ferris.
Who is Vi?
Vi or V? Correct.
Okay. Let's do turning a page for 800.
This character covers Paige's eyes in the first chapter. Mythics.
Who is Mace?
That is correct.
Turning a page for 1600.
Paige saw these in the storm. Mythics.
What are eyes?
Yes, glowing eyes. Right, and you with that, you're back on the board, 400.
Woo!
You live!
We can all do this.
I am alive once more. I have been resurrected but twice. Turning a page for 400.
This character is always picking on me. Chris.
That is Randy.
Ah, yes, correct. Randy. Your board.
Let's go for Troika 101 for 1200.
Before it's treated, Fermente has this lethal effect to its drinker. Mythics.
What is dehydration?
That is correct.
I'll take the good, the bad, and the ugly for 1200.
She named this Big Red and rode the nightmare around. Mythics.
Oh, what is... I was going to say, what is the monster, but it already says the nightmare there.
Indeed. We're looking for the character who did this.
Oh, Wisp, then.
That is
Who's
correct.
Wisp? Oh, my gosh.
Saved
I
it
was-
at the
I was-
very end.
Oh, my gosh. I was able to turn that around. You are very nice. The good, the bad, and the ugly for 1600.
And that, by the by, is why I will never host actual Jeopardy, because I don't think they would have any of that. Void stops Nabonidus from slaughtering this character, in theory. Ferris.
Who is Scuttles?
Not Scuttles.
Cuss!
It was a good guess.
And that would be Tinsel.
Oh.
That's a good point.
And very pointy.
Do I still
Oh, yeah.
decide
Oh,
the next?
yes.
Oh,
yes,
I
Mythics, you
apologize.
have the
My
board.
bad.
No, not
The
at all.
good, the bad, and the ugly for 2000.
Nabonidus wears this on his head. Ferris.
What are a bunch of spikes?
No, I can't actually count that. More generally, sorry, Ferris, but more generally, it's a hat.
Wow.
I,
Wow.
It was really that? For real?
that is.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was something else, all right.
I'll take it. I'll live with that one.
That's
All right. We'll go somewhere else for a second because that was the ugly. We'll go to Son of a Preacher Man for 2000.
All right. Son of a Preacher Man, 2000, the best way to carry animation papers to class, according to this artist. We're looking for the method used to carry the papers to class, to be clear. That would be a briefcase.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Son of a Preacher Man for 1600.
Dave worked as a tour guide on the USS Silversides over the summer, which is this type of vehicle. Ferris.
What is a submarine?
That is right.
My knowledge of naval trivia comes back to help me.
Huzzah!
Right? You know what? We haven't broken into this particular column yet. Let's do it now. Let's go where there's a whip, there's a way for 1,600.
Answer there, the next daily double.
Oh man.
How
my
much
God.
will you wager? You have 6,400.
I'll stick with 1,600. No sense
Alright.
being greedy.
Fair enough. Whip is doing this when Mace and Paige talk about being scared.
What is... Oh, shoot. What is eating all of Mace's food?
That is incorrect.
Dang. Not a bad guess, though.
The answer there would be packing a suitcase.
Okay.
All right. So, Ferris, back to you.
All right, let's do where there's a whip, there's a way for 1,200.
For 1,200. The top of the cake eaten in prelude. Chris,
It's a cherry.
that is correct. And with that,
Well done.
you're back on the board.
Woo,
Who's
welcome back.
alive?
I had the bank just behind me saying, you owe me money. And I was like, okay.
It's good
Very
as
nice.
good a motivation as any.
Okay, so
It is your board.
let's go with Gangsta for Life for 800.
Vox refers to him as Scarfy. Chris,
That is best.
that is correct.
Oh, mine again. Let's go with That's What She Said for 800.
She said, questions later, obedience now. And that would be Viriathus. Chris, back to you.
Gangsta for Life for 1600.
What is better than a blank match? Chris,
I'd go with a Ryu Neko match.
correct. Ryuneku match.
Yay!
And with that,
Well
you've
done.
actually scooped up second place.
My big spoon, I scoop. Okay.
I understood that reference.
Thank you. What reference? I wasn't referring
I
to.
was about to say, I don't even.
Oh, never mind.
Go on.
Okay, so where there's a whip, there's the way for 800.
For 800, Whip eats this food in the hidden security room. Ferris,
What is a sandwich?
more specific.
Hamburger.
Correct.
Let's go for turning a page for 2,000.
Paige thinks Mace has been going on about that girl. Ferris?
All day?
Not
Or-
all day. Mythix.
What is all week?
Not all week either, and unfortunately that's, yeah. What is all morning?
Oh shoot.
All right. Next category.
It's my board, right?
Yes.
Let's do
Please.
Troika 1. Let's do Troika 101 for 800.
10-foot feather pillow, glad to see you, was said by Ferris.
Who is Vi?
Yes.
Let's do Troika 101 for 2,000.
The character expected to watch the bar. Ferris.
Who is Grun?
Not Grun.
Oh no.
Mythix.
Who is Nineso?
Not Nineso. That would be
Oh, shoot.
Tanya.
That's
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Ferris.
All right. Gotta claw this back somehow. Let's go with Gangsta for Life for 2,000.
The amount of lucre wagered at That Bast Bites It Any takers? That would be 10. 10 lucre. Ferris.
Let's do Gangster for Life for 400.
Mr. Truffles instructs them to the infirmary during school. Ferris.
Who is Bast?
I can't, unfortunately, mark that right.
Wait,
Ferris.
do I get to double dip on that?
Uh,
I
was
won't
clicking
say
technically,
no.
at the same time.
technically yes, in this particular game, because I didn't actually design anything to stop you.
If you say no, I will leave it out. It's up to you.
I'm going to let you go ahead and actually take this if you want to. I should have specified that, but that's my fault, not yours.
Well, thank you. Who is Bast and Lilith?
All right, that is right. Okay.
I almost blanked on her name. Braid, no.
And that would have been really funny because that means you would have lost money twice.
It would have been
That would
hilarious.
have actually been really funny. I'd just like to mention there is still more than enough money on the board for anybody to win at the moment. So do not rule yourselves out yet. Nobody. Ferris.
Let's go for Where There's a Whip, There's a Way for 400.
Foof is a word of displeasure spoken to this character. Ferris, last second.
Who is Nama?
That is right. Again, last second there. Good job.
I'll do Troika 101 for 400.
Don't touch his stuff was said by. That will be Caro. Back to you, Ferris.
Let's do The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for 400.
This villain was revived unexpectedly for Volume 2. Mythics.
Who is Void?
Not Void. Ferris.
Who is the Sandman?
Also incorrect.
That's-
It's going to be Randy the Goat.
Oh.
Little unexpected there.
Yes.
Ferris.
Let's go. Okay, I'll go for Where There's a Whip, There's a Way for 2,000.
Whip's undercover name in Prelude. That would be Fluffy.
He's so fluffy, I remember on the
He
crab.
is fluffy.
What?
I've got if you hug one of the plushies of Whip, you will not disagree. He is quite fluffy.
Da Fluffer.
Yep.
Ferris, you're bored.
Let's go for That's What She Said for 2,000.
She said, "Packing your bags." Mythics.
Who is Vi?
Not Vi.
Oh. Oh, ouch.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that will be Stiletto. And unfortunately, that did set you back quite a bit. Don't rule yourself out, though. There's Final Jeopardy, and more than enough. You're not totally out of the woods.
I believe in you, Mythics.
Ferris, it is
We
your
all
board.
do.
Strong words from a topsider.
That was wonderful.
Magnificent. Okay, let's go for That's What She Said for 400.
She said, "Because I want it." Ferris,
Who is Lilith?
that is correct.
Let's do Son of a Preacher Man for 1,200.
This water-filled container doubles as a temporary animation table, according to Dave, anyway. That would be an aquarium. And last category, son of a preacher man, for 4. This wide-brimmed hat was all the rage in the 1920s through the 1950s and is still worn by Dave. Fastest on the buzzer for that one, I gotta tell you. Go on, Ferris.
What is a red fedora?
That is a fedora.
Milady.
So as we go into Final Jeopardy, as we go into Final Jeopardy Mythics, you will have up to your total amount in the negative value to wager. You can bring yourself back to 0. Everybody else, you can only wager as much as you have. Let's see what the final Final Jeopardy category topic will be. The Prelude. All right. Well, I'd like to wish you all one final good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Right back at you.
You'll have 30 seconds after I stop reading the question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bring it on.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Grun departs a brothel. Meanwhile, Mace finds a really cool rock. So begins the Prelude story arc with this title. 30 seconds on the clock. I don't mean to distract anybody, but I was not able to license the Think music for this portion, so we're going to go at this in silence, unfortunately. Nope, I am not getting demonetized, don't you dare. 5 seconds left. Player 1.
No, not getting
All right.
demonetized.
That is, unfortunately, the end. That is the end. Let's move forward now and see what you've all come up with. Player 1. A really cool story, bro. I added the bro. I apologize.
No, honestly, that's an improvement, a major improvement.
Fair enough. It's not going to be a really cool story. Unfortunately, that will lose you your total, but that's all right.
No.
I went for Nega Gold.
It's honestly, it's all right. It's all good. You went for the bottom for as far as you know, the best absolute value among the whole.
There you go. I'm here to highlight, guys. I'm just
There
saying.
you go.
Ferris,
An explorer of the abyss.
Ferris and Chris, your scores are very close. This very well could come down to who wins this competition.
Make me 1v1.
Let's find out.
Good luck, sir.
Player 2, what did you come up with? Much Ado About Nothing. Unfortunately, that's not the right title. But luckily for you, that's only going to cost you $2.
Oh man! Oh dude, you're going for broke.
All you have to do is, let's see what happens with Chris's answer. Bras and Vengeance. Unfortunately, that is also incorrect.
I love the title you made up, though.
That is actually not a made-up title. That is one of the real Prelude arcs.
It is.
And I saw it was that.
That's for real. So let's, unfortunately, that will bring you down to 3,000 even, making Ferris tonight's winner. The correct response was... Wow. Of course, I blank on it. It is Pathological Virtue was the correct response to that question.
Oh man.
That was going to be my next guess.
So everyone, I hope everybody really, really enjoyed themselves. I certainly hope that our 3 contestants enjoyed themselves. This will remain live, by the way, at the link given. This entire stream has been DVR'd. You can go through and watch it yourselves if you like. If anybody is just joining us, if you missed the event, you can rewind all the way back to the beginning and watch the whole thing again. Let it not be said that anyone is going to walk away without something. For all 3 of our participants today, you will all be receiving a foil-backed holographic skirmish card, courtesy of Dave and Liz. So thank you all
Wow.
very much for playing.
So happy.
Ferris,
Crying.
Oh, I gotta come hug you. I'm so sorry.
Ferris, for completing its success, for being the victor in this challenge, you will be receiving original pencil artwork from the creation of Skirmish the game. Dave has agreed to send over a couple of original pencil drawings from Skirmish itself. So congratulations to you. Thank you very much to all 3 of you for being a part of this. It's been a pleasure to organize it, and I sincerely hope it's been half the pleasure of participating that I had in putting it together.
We had a lot of fun. And
Yeah, it was very cool.
Oh man, this was a blast.
absolutely.
I'm really, really happy to hear that. And, who knows? Maybe at some point in the near future, or at some point in the future, who knows? We might do it again.
Well, that is definitely an inspiration to go do a lot of homework.
Absolutely.
Certainly. Well, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. So I hope that our audience had an excellent time in participating and viewing the stream. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed yourselves watching as much as we had fun being a part of it. And I'm really, really happy so many people came out tonight. And I hope everyone has had a fantastic CouchCon and just enjoy the rest of the ceremonies and enjoy things dying down for the rest of the week. All right.
It's been a really good weekend for it.
It sure has.
It has. All right. Everybody, have a lovely evening.
You too.
Bye
Monopoly.
bye.
Bye.
Chris,
Oh,
Mythics,